watching the Bulldog Brewhouse podcast.
Hey everybody, it's Steve Grover back for another episode of the Bulldog Brewhouse podcast. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the early summer weather we're having here in Alberta. Now, this is Victoria Day weekend, and I have the fortunate opportunity to be in beautiful downtown Nisku this morning. And you may ask, why am I in beautiful Nisku rather than back in Calgary? Well, I have the opportunity to have on my show, which I'm honored to have on, is Krysta Shields from Blackjack's Roadhouse in Nisku. Is that correct, Krysta?
That is. Welcome to our neck of the woods, Stephen.
So thank you for being on the podcast. I've been here many times. Obviously, you're familiar with our firm and One Broken Biker, which is a non-profit charity we support. So how are you doing today?
I'm excellent. I mean, you caught me on a Saturday of a long weekend.
Yeah.
I'm happy we're able to connect.
Okay.
It's nice to have anybody from around here come and be at the Roadhouse. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it is a Victoria Day long weekend, and in Calgary, unfortunately, we did get snow. Was there any snow up here yesterday?
No snow, just a little bit of rain, but we can
Okay.
still plant the gardens, so
All
we're
right.
good.
Okay, so instead of being with me, you're here with me instead of being down in Vegas or Hawaii for the long weekend. You're just down in downtown Nisku, right?
Downtown Nisku, yeah, loving it. Yeah,
right
it's
off,
good,
right
it's
off,
good.
right off QE2, right?
All roads, there's a slogan that we have, and it says all roads lead to Blackjack. So
Exactly.
see, there you go.
Okay. So I know who you are, and obviously, a lot of people I work with in the industry know who you are, but tell my viewers who exactly Krysta is. Like, where are you from? Where did you grow up? And how are you involved with Blackjacks here in beautiful Nisku?
Well, my name, like I said, my name is Krysta Shields, and I'm pretty much born and raised here in Leduc, Alberta. Our family moved here and decided, hey, we're going to build a roadhouse. So when I was in university, I came back and Dad said, well, we got the land, we're going to build something. And that's exactly what we did. And we built a roadhouse, and it just kind of kept expanding into not just a family-run restaurant, but we are also a event center. So we do tons of different events almost every weekend, except for long weekends.
Yeah.
But almost every weekend supporting a different charity that's in and around Leduc, Edmonton, like you name it.
Okay.
And yeah.
So let's go back to the history, because I'm very interested, because I grew up in Calgary, but I did all my post-secondary education in America, and one thing I like doing is just stopping at the truck stops. Like,
Okay.
if you want to learn about truck stops, I recommend you travel across America. I don't know if you've done that at all. And I know the biggest truck stop in the world is in Iowa. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Well, look how much a lawyer actually knows about truckers, eh? Pretty shocking, eh? You just thought
I
like
would
a
never
clean-cut
thought
lawyer with a nice haircut.
Yeah, I like it.
So,
well,
yeah.
you know what? You're always supposed to go to a truck stop because it's always the best food,
Yeah.
the biggest portions at
Yeah.
a fair price,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the
And you meet the
the
nicest-
motto we've had.
And I've always met the nicest people, like going through Idaho, Utah, especially California. There's a lot of them. But we all have our bucket list, and fortunately, one thing happened to me. I do have my bucket list. I don't know if you have a bucket list before you pass on. There's certain things you want to do.
Tell me about this bucket list.
Well, one of the bucket lists is to go to Super Bowl, and luckily I got free tickets, so I went down to Vegas. I saw Super Bowl 58 for free. Amazing, okay? But the other item on my bucket list is to actually go to this truck stop in Iowa, because it's the largest truck stop in the world. And I just want to go and check it out, because, when I was younger, driving down to California for school or Nevada, I'd always stop at a truck stop. I went to law school in Texas. I stopped in New Mexico and, just have food. And, you meet the nicest people in the truck stops. And so how did your dad, like obviously you mentioned your dad bought the land here in Nisku, correct? Or is it called Leduc?
Yeah, well, no, we're in Leduc County. So
Okay.
we bought the land, and because we already had the hotel. We had bought the hotel.
Okay.
And we used to run the Nisku truck stop, which is just down the road from here.
Okay.
And we ran that for, I think, 25 to 30 years. And when the lease was up, Dad said, okay, it's time. So
Okay.
we wanted to build our own, and that was probably the smartest thing we ever could have done. Like, we
Okay.
just...
So how did
we live and breathe the hospitality
Okay.
industry. So when we started this, we had a vision of a family-run restaurant, and that's
Okay.
what we have. Like, this this Roadhouse isn't just a Roadhouse. Like it's a restaurant, a bar. I've got now a new addition outside with an 8,000 square foot tent, outdoor stage. Like there's so many different components to what we do here.
Okay.
Which is really neat. So.
But going back to the history of Blackjack's, what was the interest of your dad opening a truck stop? Like, yeah, I know you wanted
Well,
to run
Dad, I mean, like when it comes to Clarence, and he's kind of like he's the visionary behind all of this.
Yeah.
So he was up in Peace River, and he was doing. He used to run the Garden Cafe. I think he had a A&W in Fort McMurray. He used to run 2 other restaurants up there. I think it's Smitty's as well. Like the guy has always been in the hospitality.
So you come from a very entrepreneurial family. Okay,
yeah. So when we moved here in, I know it was the year '86 because I was born, because that's when everything crashed.
Okay.
In Fort McMurray and Grand Prairie and everything. So we moved here and we were out at the truck stop down the road, and we loved it. Like we fell in love with that. And then when we built this, it was.
So did your dad? So there was a truck stop just south of here that your dad ran.
Yeah.
Did you own it
and
or
it's
no?
still there. No, we
you just leased it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then that lease came up, and then your dad had the wild idea. He obviously went back to your mom and said, "You know what? I'm going to buy this land. I'm going to build this truck stop, and your life is over because you'll never see me again," right?
basically. But at the same time, too, you know, that's the cool thing about working with our family.
Yeah.
We're all involved. My
Yeah.
mom, not so much. My mom's got her own thing. She's an artist.
Oh, nice.
She paints.
Okay.
She is a part of the Leduc Arts Foundry. But
Oh, wow.
my sister, my brother, and my dad are all involved. So
Okay.
you
So
know,
it's a
we
family-
we work
Okay.
and play together. So it's.
So is your dad like the Godfather?
He is the Godfather. Actually, that is one of his nicknames here in Nisku, the Godfather of Nisku.
Okay.
Yes, some people call him the mayor of Nisku.
And I trust the RCMP is okay with that, eh?
Yeah, you know what? It speaks volumes when our motorcycle ride from mom was completely police escorted. So I think we
Okay.
got some backing. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
cool.
we're good.
All right. And then you obviously your dad. So why did your dad call it Blackjack's? Of all the names he could have called the truck stop?
Well, my dad's dad,
Yeah.
which was Jack Shields,
Okay.
he was named Jack. And we used to, at the old truck stop, there was a pub, but there was 2 pubs that were in the truck stop. And one was called Blackjack's and one was called, I think, the Freeway, or it's been a long time, but it was another pub that was in there. And
Okay.
when we carried on Blackjack's, we wanted to have Jack's name in there. So.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't have to anything to do with casinos. or
No,
your dad,
nothing.
your
Actually,
dad-
we get a lot of phone calls saying
Okay.
if we're a casino, but we're
So
we're
it's not like your dad went down in the '80s and put a bunch of money on
No,
or played blackjack in
No.
Vegas and won $100 million and got the money.
that
to
would have
go.
been really nice,
Yeah,
but no.
Okay. And so the restaurant here is quite large.
Yes.
How many square feet do you have for the whole restaurant?
I don't know square footage, but what we have about 100. Our restaurant can seat about 150 people.
Okay.
Our bar side, we can seat 425. In the summer, we can do up to 600.
Okay.
And then we also have a banquet room that's upstairs, and that seats 100 people.
And so what, you do weddings up there, bar mitzvahs? up
Actually,
there?
believe it or not, we are hosting a wedding here on
Okay.
June 1st.
Any bar
Yes.
mitzvahs?
No, I haven't had a bar mitzvah yet, but we do lots of Christmas parties.
If there's
Lots,
if there's really nice Jewish families out there that need a good location for a bar mitzvah.
I mean, I do it all, Steve.
yeah, you would do it, eh?
Steve,
Yeah.
I will do it all. But yeah,
bar
no.
mitzvahs are fun. I've been to a couple.
I have
growing
never
up.
been to a bar
Okay.
mitzvah.
I'm not Jewish, but I don't. Yeah, any faith anybody wants, that's their their right. But bar mitzvahs have been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then weddings. You got a wedding coming up here.
Yeah, we got a wedding on
Okay.
June 1st.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
How big is a wedding party?
I think there's 80 of them. Yeah.
And you guys are catering that and everything?
Yeah, we do
Okay.
it all. The
Okay.
catering, the
Okay.
the party afterwards, and yeah.
Okay. And then so Blackjack is made up of the truck stop, obviously. You've got the Blackjack's restaurant and saloon, sort of the bar area.
Yeah,
and then
so we got the bar.
And then you have a hotel attached here too.
We have a hotel that's our sister company, and then For the truckers, for the trucking community, I would say, we've got a weigh scale that's outside. I have 10 showers. I have laundry. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what? You have a pawn shop, you said?
No, I have it's called Northern Lights Cannabis.
Okay.
So we have a cannabis location as well.
Okay, so that's good. And then all of a sudden, lately, you just got into the riding community and supporting the motorcycle community. And how long have you been doing that?
Yeah,
with
so
Blackjack?
I think our bike nights, like, when did bike night start? I remember we were kind of tossing around with the idea of a Tuesday bike night, and this was maybe, I think, like 8 years ago. And we talked to Terry Evans from K97, and I, brought up this idea, and Terry's like, "This is a great idea," and it just kind of took off. Like, I remember having 15 to 20 riders that would come, and now we're into 650 to 1,000 on a Tuesday. So
what, was your dad a rider?
Yeah, he is a rider still, yeah.
And you don't ride, do you?
I don't.
But you're in the process of getting your class
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully this time next year you'll be cruising around on a Harley.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah? Okay.
See, I'm really excited to see how I do with the course, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. Everybody's been telling me it's a phenomenal course to take.
So when does your course start?
It's the day after Father's Day, so I'm going June 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Okay. Well, what I would recommend, and you can listen to me or not listen to me, because my wife didn't listen to me, okay?
Okay.
But I would recommend just getting your balance, if you had a bicycle at home.
I do, yes.
Yeah, just ride your bicycle, because you got to get that balance down. And then you got to remember, all of a sudden you have an engine between your legs, which is kind of, and then there's no protection around you too, so it's kind of scary initially.
Well, I rode on the back of Ashley's bike, and she's pretty confident. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy being a passenger princess. But I think the more I've been riding, alongside with people and seeing the riding community, I really want to
get riding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really want to get riding.
But remember, ride safe though.
Well.
Yeah, I've just seen too many. Unfortunately, I've seen 2 bad accidents in my office, like amputees, people with brain injuries. You got to be safe out there. I mean, my advice to you is when you start riding, pretend you're invisible. So you got to look out for the trucks, the cars, because I ride like no one sees me. So I'm always attentive whatever I'm doing. And it's an enjoyable sport, but unfortunately there are accidents out there, and we do live in Alberta and not California. You can't lane split here. But also, when the winter ends, people do forget about motorcycles, for a while, because they don't realize, I got to share a road with the motorcycle, and then they lane change, but they don't shoulder check, assuming there's not a motorcycle there. Yeah.
Yeah, especially being here, like we've done so many memorial rides in and out of us. So like we've seen it all, and I think that's the nice thing about being a part of the motorcycle community, especially here at Blackjack's, is I'm able to have that motorcycle awareness. Like even when I'm driving in my vehicle, I'm always looking out for motorcycles. Where a lot of people that aren't a part of that community don't have that.
But you also have the benefit, you got all this land, so even if you don't, you can just ride around here and look cool every day.
Well, I think that I kind of have a prime location just to do some training out here, so
Well, maybe we'll get Ashley up here because you got all this like flat asphalt area. It's perfect for training out of
you know what? I think Ashley would be a great candidate for that. We should put that in the calendar.
Do you think she's got enough patience for you, though?
Stephen, she is one of the most patient people I know. I think she would love that bonding with me.
Yeah. Okay. And then any idea what type of bike you would get, like a Kawasaki?
I don't know. Apparently, you're coming up to Edmonton to show me the ropes on bikes.
Oh yeah, I'll show you, and I'll go. I know the dealers up here like Argyle, Barnes.
Yes.
The Cycle Works up here. There's a lot of good dealers up here. You got to decide. Okay, I'm going to get into class. I'm going to get my Class 6, and am I doing it because I like the sport, or am I doing it for business, or I'm doing it to look cool? And at the end of the day, I think you want to do it because you enjoy it. Probably.
Yeah, that's the eventually. I mean, as much as I like riding with Ash on my motorcycle ride, it'll be really cool one day to lead my own ride.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
So I'm really.
Well, I'll be up here. Hopefully, have it next year. Yeah. And I'll bring my bike.
I think that'd be great.
One of my I'll figure what bike I want to bring. Maybe I'll just ride this beautiful thing, this Triumph.
Oh, this one actually, you donated this.
Yes, yeah,
So
Grover Law Firm. I didn't
That's
donate
right.
it. Grover Law Firm
Law Firm donated this, so you won't be able to ride that because
No,
I'm
I know.
sure some lucky winner will be
Yeah.
winning this.
Yeah, I'm just one person of a big team at Grover Law Firm that we all have to work together to help injured riders. I can't do it all myself, so I got to give a shout out to my staff, my paralegals, my lawyers, even Ashley. She's great with the marketing team with Zach. Zach's up here today, so I got to, I can't
Zach.
I can't do it all by myself.
Yeah.
And you know that
It is a team.
running a restaurant.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
a
can't be
team.
a
No.
one woman show. I mean, imagine you're running blackjacks and you got to take the orders, cook the bacon, take care of the cashier.
I'm really fortunate here. I've
Yeah.
had the same management team now for the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I have a great core of women, like strong working women that are phenomenal. I mean, right up to my kitchen team, like we
Yeah.
all work as one
Okay.
here, and
Yeah.
we've always been that way.
Yeah.
So
Good.
I have a
Yeah.
really, really good team here.
Okay, and so I'm just kind of interested because my dad was a doctor, my mom was a nurse, but they always instilled to me and my 3 sisters. I got 3 younger sisters about working for yourself and have that entrepreneurial spirit. So how did that come about in your family? Because obviously running a truck stop and a restaurant, you got to be an entrepreneur. Would you agree it's a different mentality than just working for somebody?
Well, it's definitely a different mentality, but you have to love what you do.
Yeah,
So
okay.
every single day that and I can speak for my whole family, every day that we come in here, I'm excited to be here. I mean, it is a lot of work.
So what excites you about running blackjacks?
Well, because it's not just, I guess in the beginning, it's learning the ins and outs. So it's learning front of house. And when I say front of house, it's learning the restaurant industry. And I knew that I wanted more out of this facility, and I knew we could do more.
Yeah.
And Dad always said it's not what you take out of the community, but it's what you
Yeah.
put back.
Yeah.
So I started working with non-for-profits,
Okay.
and that's how I kind of branched into an event center, and
Yeah.
I started working hand in hand. I actually did seminars teaching non-for-profits how to properly fundraise and how to use this facility, and that was kind of my
Entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah,
So
I absolutely loved. And
because I'm just fascinated because I know people don't like Donald Trump, but he is a man that's gone out and built. He's got a different personality than most people, but he's gone out and he's built an empire. So what is the entrepreneurial spirit that makes you come here every day? Like, what is your motivation?
the team, I would say, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you love what you're doing?
I absolutely love what
what
I
do you
do.
love
Like
about
even
doing
this morning, I always get a kick out of it because I'll talk to my girlfriends and they'll say,
Yeah.
"Oh, what are you doing this weekend?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing toast."
Okay.
And on Saturdays, Sundays, as much as I could have the weekend off, I'd rather come in here, socialize with my customers,
Okay.
be with my team.
Yeah.
And honestly, I spend 5 hours buttering toast for the customers ordering the Super Bees.
So that's good. So you're
it's-
kind of boss like me who will roll up their sleeves and help out the team.
Oh yeah, I'm a
okay.
hands-on.
You're not a prima donna boss, no.
No, definitely not.
No? You're not down in Beverly Hills shopping
I'm
on
pretty
Rodeo
good.
Drive?
Yeah, no, the girls know I'll get in the dirty with them. So
Okay.
no.
And I think that's important.
Yeah.
Like, I run my own law firm, and you do have your bad days, your good days, and your medium days, and sometimes you wonder, what the hell am I doing? But I think you need, as a boss, to lead your team. You need to show them that you're willing to go out and if there's an event, I like to go because Zach knows I like to go meet people, talk to people, but there's that personal bond that you make with your
absolutely.
clients. And that's something that my parents always did. My dad was he was a surgeon, but he was always constantly talking to people and, handing out his card because, he had 4 kids to raise, okay? But, I think he had a passion of what he was doing, and I have a passion, but I think it's really important for people to understand if you're out there as a boss, you have to be part of the team, right?
Yeah, and that's something my dad instilled in me as soon as I, was side by side with him. I started out in the dish pit, busing,
So he didn't start you off.
bartending, serving. Then I went into management, and now I'm into event planning. But
Okay.
I'm here 7 days a week.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm always interested in learning from people like you who are entrepreneurs like me. If someone's going out and they're going, they're going to high school and they get a degree or they don't get a commerce, like a business degree, what would your one advice be to a young person out there now if they want to be their own boss?
Just fall into something that you love to do.
Yeah, okay.
You really have
Yeah.
to enjoy every single day, like being able to come into your job and going, this is where I need to be
Yeah.
and this is what I want to do.
So, yeah,
because
you-
everything will fall into place
Okay.
then. I mean, starting out with just a restaurant, and I think we've expanded this location 3 times or 4 times. We've added on restaurant patios. We've added on an event center outside. Like it's watching your baby grow and
Yeah.
watching your idea grow.
Okay.
I mean, if you have the passion and the drive behind you,
Yeah.
you'll make anything you touch
Yeah.
successful.
So you got to have passion. You
Yeah,
create that.
absolutely.
Because it's very interesting. I got a nephew, and he's such a nice kid. But he tells all of us in the family, "I want to make $1 million." Like, okay, if you're in the interest of just making money, you're not going to be successful. You got to have a passion.
Yeah.
And would you agree with that theory? Like, if you're passionate
Absolutely.
and you care, the money will come.
Everything will come.
Yeah, it'll all fall in place. But
Yeah.
if you're just out there to make cash, I don't think you're going to be successful at anything.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Honestly, even if it comes down to buttering toast,
Yeah,
and that's
okay.
how I mean, it's the simplest things on the weekends.
Yeah.
And it's interacting and loving what you do and meeting your customers, being with your team.
Yeah.
That it all falls into place.
So,
And
so how big is your staff here? The whole
I have
truck
55
area.
team members
Yeah.
that are currently at Blackjacks.
So can I ask you, as an owner and a leader of my firm, and I'm always interested in learning from other business people like you example. How do you lead your team? How do you keep them motivated every day? Because some days there's staff members, I hate my job, or I wish I was an EI.
I love this comment, but
Yeah.
it's constant communication.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things that works really, really well here.
Yeah.
We are always communicating with our front of house, back of house. We have meetings all the time. We're always consistently expanding when it comes to new menus or new ideas. If a team member brings the idea, I'd love to hear them. We'd love
Okay.
to embrace them.
Yeah.
Motivation is another, key thing. Like we're always encouraging each other. My management team is awesome for that. They always have their morning pep talks or their
Yeah.
afternoon pep talks with their team members. So I think a big thing is constant communication with everybody.
Okay.
If you have an issue or a problem, they bring it up to us and they're not afraid to tell us what they think. So it's good.
So would you think, say you're a hands-off owner, you think you'd be successful at Black?
Absolutely not.
Why
I
is
don't
that?
think the hospitality industry works if you're.
But why not? I mean, I always hear about these billionaires that are,
Well, you know what? Maybe they got some that I don't know, but
Well, there's that-
when it comes to what I know, and
Yeah.
within the especially being family run, you'll see my dad was just outside fixing the tent
Clarence?
out there.
Yeah. Hands-on,
And
eh?
we are.
Yeah.
We love to be involved. We love
Yeah.
to encourage our
Yeah.
team and
Yeah.
know that we're right there in the barracks with them. So.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty funny because when I moved my office, I was in one location for 10 years, and then that lease, I didn't like the location. Then I went to a new place, and then I opened this nice location in Calgary. If you any time in Calgary, just come by our office for coffee.
I will.
We're right next to Chinook Center, so I don't know if you're a shopper at all.
No, I can be.
Okay, so
but I'll come
to
down.
my office for free coffee, then go to
Yeah.
Chinook and shop to your drop, eh?
Sure.
But I rented a small office space to an independent lawyer, and he, the magazines in our reception area were kind of disorganized, so I was organizing them. So he was laughing at me, and I was thinking, you know what, this is my baby. Like, I want it to be presentable. If the next person comes in, I don't want the coffee mug everywhere, the magazines all over the floor, because you need to make that presentation. And I think if you own a business, you can't be hands off. You have to make sure, if someone drops like coffee mug on the floor and there's coffee spilled all over and no one's around, I think it's the owner's responsibility to clean it up.
It's your first impressions.
Yeah,
right.
first impression's
so
the last impression.
what do you do when you first walk into a building?
Yeah, you look
right.
around.
You look around. Exactly. Yes.
Well, I got a story about first impression.
Yeah.
So I have a friend in Calgary, and he wanted to, like, I know motorcycles, but I also know cars, okay? So if you ever want to buy a car, let me know, because my dad was passionate about cars. So he wanted to go car shopping with me a couple years ago. So we went into this fancy dealership. We walk in, no receptionist. We walk around, no salesman. Hey, is anyone here? Anyone here? No one's around. We go in the back, where the garage is, no one's there. And then they had all these car keys they're servicing. We could have easily taken a car and just took off. Well, you know what? We walked out, we went to the next dealership, and he bought the car.
Yeah.
So it's first impressions. Like, no one was around, and he was
Yeah.
ready to drop, some good coin on a new car, but they just lost that sale. I don't know how they run a dealership like that. No one around. Imagine I came in here and there's no one here to serve me or greet me at the door. Obviously, I'd probably
first
walk
impressions
out.
are everything. It's a one thing that we get most raved about is our service.
Okay.
So
how
hats
did
off
you
our team.
instill that? So let me ask you this, because you know what, like lawyers and doctors, you know what, I'm a lawyer, I don't care about customer service. Or I'm a doctor, I don't care about customer service, because, I'm educated, some lawyers are arrogant. So how do you instill customer service in your staff? Because I'll let you know, that's a struggle sometimes in our office, you know what I'm saying? How do you instill that customer service idea?
Well, you know what? I'll give Alexi. She's like my prime example. She is graduating. Actually, she's graduating next weekend. And she just got accepted into the nursing program at the U of A. And I'm very excited.
Yeah.
She started with me when she was 16 years old.
Yeah.
She started out as a little busser, and she bussed for about a year and a half, and then we started training her on tables and just getting that experience hands-on. I mean, right beside me and between our morning serving staff. Like, she's grown into a phenomenal server. These are career waitresses, are girls. Like, they are hardworking moms. They come here, they work really hard, they love what they do, and when they come into Blackjacks, it's about how we treat them as well. Like, we offer full benefits, matching TFSA programs. We are investing in them, so they will invest into our company. So I think it's how you treat your employees as well, and it's how how we work as one.
But do you have any seminars or talks about customer service? Like, when someone comes up, say hi to them and give them the menu and ask them,
I think it's how, when you first get hired with us, for sure, we go through how we'd like, you to present yourself within our company.
So what do you tell I'm just interested because I own my own business, and you come to realization, you're a law firm, but at the end of the day, you still have to serve your customers, and every day you got to sell yourself. Like, if you came and saw me as a new client, I probably have to sell myself to you for you to retain me. Would you agree with that?
I agree. Yeah.
And if you didn't like what I heard or you didn't like my attitude,
well, it all starts from the beginning, right?
Yeah,
And it's like we talk about our first impressions. If you come in here and there's no waitress to be found, I probably would walk out and go down the road to Denny's, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you come in and the first thing you say is, "Oh, good morning, Nat." Like, I mean, I think Natalie knows everybody by name now, by now, right?
Yeah.
So when you come in and you're getting greeted in a with a smiley, friendly manner, then
so it's important for you to hire someone that wants to that values customer service.
Yeah, absolutely.
You wouldn't just hire anyone off the street, eh?
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right.
You want someone with a smile. You want someone with a personality.
Yeah.
I mean, we are a roadhouse. We got many personalities. We get everybody from people coming from the airport that have maybe just gone to the Super Bowl that had the best time ever and is looking for a Super B before he has to go home, or the transient trucker that's been on the road for 18 hours and wants nothing but a coffee and maybe just a zone out, or a family that comes in. Like, we get families all the time on weekends, and bringing in their kids to come get some pancakes. So we get such a mix of people, and I think that's also it takes a special person to want to be involved.
So obviously you wouldn't tolerate a staff member that wouldn't deal with customer service? You know, if they're
Well,
hiding in the back,
I
smoking
mean, number
all
one,
day.
you probably wouldn't be great at the job. So, if you're going to come in and not have, not be pleasant or not be personable, then it probably wouldn't work out for you.
It also tells me like that. What was her name? She got admitted to the U of A nursing program. What's her name?
Lexus.
Yeah, she'll probably be good at nurse because she's probably trained here to do customer service. She'll probably be a great nurse because she'll probably know it's important to have good bedside manners, eh?
Yeah, bedside manner, and she's super patient.
Yeah,
like
and people,
she's a phenomenal kid.
Yeah. But people don't realize that. Like they go to school and they come out, I'm a nurse or I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer, and you know what? I don't worry about customer service, and it's been a growing thing for me too because but my parents instilled on me about respecting people, customer service, be polite, be humble. And, at the end of the day, I think that's important to run any business, hey?
Yes.
Okay, but those are values that people don't learn. Would you agree with that nowadays?
Well, I think it's different for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
To use Lexi as an example,
yeah.
she works every single weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
All through the school. In the summertime, she works full time just to put herself through school, and she's to give up your weekends as a high school kid, it's pretty big. So.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what I hear is kids are just on their iPhones on the weekend anyways.
We were just talking about that. I didn't know gaming was such a big thing, but apparently gaming's a very big thing. And I was fortunate in the summer times. Mom would pick us up on the last day of school, and I'd be out at Pigeon Lake for the weekend for the whole summer, just being outside, having a fire.
Yeah. We live right to the next big. We have a house in Calgary, west side we live in, and there's a big park, and I go there some of the weekends walking my dogs, and there's no kids around. You know why? Because they're back at home on their iPhone or gaming.
Yeah, that's...
Which sucks, but...
we were always outside.
Okay.
Outside doing something.
Yeah. And so, tell me, obviously you run, Blackjacks, and tell me about the events. Obviously, you just had this big event on Mother's Day, the Love of... What's it called? What's the event you just had on May 11th?
Motorcycle Ride for Mom.
Motorcycle Ride
That's
for
right.
Mom. Okay.
Yeah. So that was our, I think, when was it? Yes.
May 11th,
May 11th, yeah.
And was
it
that
was
a big
phenomenal ride. I was up at 6 o'clock. I was here for 7, and it was blue skies by 8 a.m. I think every smoke cloud rolled in, but we still had 375 riders all supporting it.
So how long have you done the Ride for Mom?
This is our 8th annual.
So what inspired you to start this ride? Because you hear about the Ride for Dad for prostate cancer. It's pretty big all across Canada. But what inspired you to start the Ride for Mom?
Well, I checked it out, and I wanted to see if Ride for Mom was even a thing, and it wasn't. And when I was talking to a couple of my girlfriends, I said, where should we raise this money? And there's so many organizations that raise money for breast cancer awareness, tons of different cancer awareness, which which is phenomenal. But I wanted to gear it more towards helping women.
Okay.
So we chose Victim Services, which is a phenomenal organization here in Leduc, which is also Alberta-wide, and which is, our goal is to make it Alberta-wide, but or Canada-wide. And we chose Victim Services, and it was a great partnership. And our first year, I think we had 30 riders, and now it just consistently grows. And
okay. And that's to help domestic abuse?
So, but there's different branches as well, it's definitely domestic abuse survivors. It goes into programming, it goes into training, victim services team into different programming. So there's a lot.
Okay, so unfortunately I grew up with all women in my family except my dad, okay? So maybe you should do a ride for brothers, because I have 3 sisters, and honestly, if I fight with one of them, the other 2 would be down the stairwell, and they'd be all hanging on me. So
That's good.
So
Yes, that's women stick together. I like that.
So my dad always told me, Steve, you're in a house with 4 women. You're never gonna win an argument.
You'll never win.
And you just shut your mouth and eat your dinner and
Yeah,
you go away,
you'll
right?
never win.
So maybe you could do a ride for brothers.
Yeah, I don't know. That's maybe something you guys can start, but yeah, no, that'd be good.
All right,
But you know,
all
Ride
right.
for Mom is it's definitely grown, and it's been it's such an like seeing a ride, especially when when I ride with Ash and I look behind and you see 300 riders all supporting and coming together is just one of the best feelings you'll ever ever get.
Well,
so.
it's a good thing you did, and I'll let you know. Like, I'll be honest, I was a mama's boy. My dad. Whenever my dad would get mad at me, Mom would step in and tell Dad, "Shut up. Steve's okay." You know what I'm saying? My grandma loved me too. So, but and then this year, I guess we had the idea at Grover Law Firm, because you never had a motorcycle, hey? Sort of like a donation. So we went out and we got this beautiful Triumph Speedmaster from Argyle. I just got to take a shout out to Glenn LaPointe. I've known this salesman for years at Argyle. We came up with the idea. He just dropped the hat right away and got this beautiful Speedmaster. It's a red with a phantom look on it. You know how it fades away.
Yeah, we got a lot of good compliments about it, and I think we're already at like $4,000 or $5,000 for that bike already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think of the bike? You like it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ride this?
Well, I don't know. I'm not there yet. I got to figure it out. I got to feel comfortable on the bike
Well, it's a
first.
1200cc engine. It's a big engine.
So I'm thinking, like, I don't even know, like, differences. So I'm thinking if I just start small.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I think you just get on like a leader bike. Just go hell, bat of hell. Get yourself a Panigale, Ducati, 300 horsepower. No?
You know what, Steve?
No, I wouldn't recommend that.
No, like Vespa. Is
Vespa.
where I'm at right now.
So you have a Vespa?
So we'll we'll consistently grow maybe into it. But you know what, with the AMS motorcycle training. So it's the 3 days that I signed up for. So and I guess they take you on the road, so that'll give me a little more comfortability. So we'll see.
Yeah, but you have this big, huge parking lot.
Well,
like, this is great for someone to learn.
I need a trainer.
Okay, well maybe get Ashley up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have to block her off for maybe a week.
A week, yeah. Okay, maybe you can serve tables and
we can do
clean the back. You can help me pay her salary. No,
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No.
You don't want to do halves on her salary.
No.
You think she'd be good as a waitress by now?
Well, that's what she used to do. She used to waitress, so I think she'd be fine. But
you think she lost that waitress edge?
I think she's good where she's at. Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to put her on dishes right away.
No, I don't think so. So she'll love this clip.
Right. So,
she'll love that.
But it's nice to support, Ride for Mom, and we made it happen, and I'm so happy.
I really appreciate it.
I'm so happy you like the bike.
I do.
I was very nervous. Oh my God, maybe I didn't get the right bike.
No, you got a beautiful bike.
Okay.
To be able to raise that kind of money for our organization is huge.
Yeah.
And we honestly can't thank you enough.
Okay. And Triumph's a beautiful brand. It's out of England. You know Steve McQueen?
I don't.
You don't know Steve McQueen? Okay, he's the coolest actor ever.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then, I'm educating about Steve McQueen. He was sort of like the Tom Cruise of the 50s and 60s, but he was actually really cool. Not like Tom Cruise, okay? But unfortunately, he died in an accident, and his bike he loved was the Triumphs. So I've got a book at home about Steve McQueen if you ever want to borrow it. So.
I'll take a read, Steve.
Yeah,
I'll take a read.
Okay, but he used to ride Triumphs, and my dad thought he was pretty cool. But he was a big Triumph rider, so you should read up about Steve McQueen. Very famous actor. Sort of like those old actors like Dean Martin. And, that kind of edge. Yeah. So, but Triumph's a good. And then I thought this would be like I was talking to Glenn and seeing what you had for cruiser kind of bikes, and we both agreed that Speedmaster's a good bike. It's got a big enough engine. It's low enough. I mean, I think it looks super, like just the chrome
No,
and
it's
everything.
a beautiful
Yeah,
bike.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think it'll be.
What's
I'm trying to figure out where to. We've been back and forth on where to put it within
We'll
our
put it up on the
location,
stage,
but yeah.
and
So
then-
I think that's what we're gonna do is put it on the stage for the summer because
Yeah.
everybody. The nice thing I've had it just on the dance floor for right now, and everybody's been kind of coming up and taking a look at it. So
Okay.
it'll be good.
So the reaction for the bike's been good?
Oh, it was huge.
People
I mean,
liked it?
especially in one day we raised, I think just on Ride for Mom we raised over $2,000. So,
Okay. So that's good for you guys?
oh, it's phenomenal. Yeah.
So you have the bike now.
We do.
And then when is it being given away or something?
So Grover Law Firm and One Broken Biker will be hosting the burnout competition.
And what day is
And
that?
that is September, I want to say September 10th.
Okay.
It's the second Tuesday of September. So we're
Okay.
going to be doing the draw and the burnout
Okay.
competition.
All right.
So that'll be really cool.
So if people want to win this beautiful Triumph, what do they do?
You just scan the QR code.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, I mean, now that it's all, we've got our new banners that you guys brought out. So
Yeah.
we're really excited.
Yeah.
You just scan the QR code. You can purchase a ticket and just keep your ticket.
So how much
And,
are tickets?
You can get, I think it's one for 20 or 50 for 100.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then, so say you're
Or 5 for 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there a website that you can go to? Because say you're in Airdrie.
Yeah, you can go on Blackjack's website.
Okay.
And you can click on the Triumph poster,
Okay.
and then it'll take you right to the.
Okay.
Raffle box,
And do you have
yeah.
to be here September 10th and present to win it?
You don't.
Okay, so if you're in Balzac and you
So
win,
if you're in Balzac
Yeah.
or anywhere,
Yeah.
you can purchase a ticket on our website.
so is anyone across country, like someone's in New Brunswick, can they buy a ticket if they wanted
As
to?
long as they have access to blackjacksroadhouse.com, you're good.
Okay, because I'm licensed as a lawyer in Nova Scotia in the Maritimes,
Okay.
so maybe there's some people, ladies
Yeah.
out there in Halifax or Digby that wanted to
Why
see
not?
bikes. Why not? It's all going to a good cause.
It is, yeah.
Now,
So
will
you can
ship
you
it
can
to-
buy it anywhere.
So will Blackjack ship it to like Nova Scotia?
Well,
for
maybe
free?
that'd be something we can work out.
I mean, I already bought the bike. I don't even want to tell you how much the bike cost me.
Maybe we can work something out, but maybe it'll just make people come and
Okay.
come to Blackjack, so you can come look at the bike. It's
And then
going to be
have-
here all summer, so.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then, so tell me, like, I'm not a foodie, but I do like food, okay?
Yes.
And so tell me about your menu here at Blackjack. So obviously, we're in Alberta. People come to West Edmonton. The mall's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the Oilers are in the playoffs. Hopefully, they'll get it to the final this year. But if you're looking for a good place to grab some lunch or dinner, tell my viewers about the menu here. What do you offer for food?
I think I've had the same menu we've had a couple different changes over the years, but nothing too major. But we are known for our breakfast. Like we
Okay.
are a breakfast joint. We also have the best clubhouse that you can ever get. We roast our turkeys in-house.
Oh, okay.
If you're looking for a good hearty meal,
Yeah.
you come to a Roadhouse.
Okay.
We do our in-house smoked brisket now,
Oh, yeah?
in-house smoked pork,
Okay.
pulled pork. Yeah, there's a little bit for everybody.
So what's your favorite item on the menu? If you
Well,
had to pick one-
I am so boring. I have the same thing every day.
What's that?
It's poached eggs, tomato, and sourdough toast
Okay.
from all of our breads from Cobb's Bakery.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, here in
And then-
Leduc.
And I got a sweet tooth also. So do you have a dessert menu?
I have a key lime pie
okay.
that is very, very good.
Is it to
Or we
die-
have, it's really good.
Is it to die for?
It's but
No?
you can definitely eat.
Okay.
It's made in house. Same
Yeah.
with our. We also do a rotating cheesecake every month.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we have a new cheesecake that comes out every month. So if you do have a sweet tooth, the key lime pie would be.
I'm not a big fan of cheesecake. I don't know why. I mean, I went to school in Texas and I got used to like bread pudding and
Oh,
rum
yeah.
sauce.
Those are good.
But then I went to the Cheesecake Cafe in Atlanta because I got a business coach down there, and I had their key lime cheesecake, and I took it back to my hotel room, and I was like ready to die because it tasted so good.
Then you would probably love our key lime pie.
Maybe I should take something to go.
Yes, I'll even give you the mason jar because it comes in a mason
or
jar.
We gotta go to another event after this, so maybe we'll come turn here, get the clubhouse sandwich for lunch. get some key lime pie to go home. Is that okay?
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your clubhouse, I love clubhouse sandwiches.
Okay.
So now you've intrigued me.
Yeah.
So down in Calgary, we belong to a nice club, and the best thing. My wife says the food sucks. Yeah, but you know what? They got the best clubhouse and French fries and gravy in town, so that's what makes me happy. Mm-hmm. So your clubhouse. Tell me about is it just a traditional clubhouse?
It's a traditional clubhouse, yeah. So we do in-house turkey made daily.
Yeah.
Lettuce, tomato, bacon.
Yeah.
Cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
Mayo.
Yeah.
I always have mine on sourdough.
Okay. And then do you have fries on the side?
Yeah.
And you put gravy?
I put mayonnaise on my fries.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what is like nowadays? Like I grew up in the '80s, and obviously Clubhouse was a big sandwich back then. But when I go to new restaurants now, I don't see Clubhouse in the menu.
It's not a thing anymore.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's just.
Is it too complicated?
I don't know. But you know what? We also have a Monte Cristo too that we've always had on the menu, and those we haven't changed either.
You don't see you see Monte Cristo at Moxie's, and I think Moxie's are closing down now. There's less in Calgary. But I don't see a Monte Cristo or Reuben sandwich on the menus at all in like new.
And
restaurants.
I have all three.
Okay, so if you want to go, Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox,
then come to the Roadhouse.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
It's good.
And then you use the word Roadhouse. Now, when I think Roadhouse, I'm thinking Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. Yes.
His nice
I know, and they recreated the Roadhouse.
I haven't watched it. It's on Crave.
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know if I want to watch it because Patrick was just perfect.
He was so good in it.
He had that muscle and he had that long hair. Unfortunately, he got cancer. Unfortunately, passed away. Mm-hmm. But he was a good actor. But you use the Roadhouse. Is that for Patrick, or you just use it as a trade name?
Maybe it's just a little. We got so used to Blackjack's Roadhouse and
why don't you do Patrick Swayze
Roadhouse
in honor of Patrick Swayze?
Maybe I should.
Yeah, it's sponsored by Grover Law Firm.
Yeah, okay.
And then everyone wears what's the...
Just put what was it around the stage where he had the. It almost looked like fencing around the stage where he had to perform because of all the
And then
maybe we could recreate the Roadhouse.
Every man has to wear a mullet. Have that long hair going. No.
No.
You won't
but we can probably do it.
I think you should put
it. If there's anybody who, he's like, yes, do it. If there's anybody who could do it, though, we could do it for sure. So.
You need to do a Patrick Swayze night, eh?
Okay.
Is that okay?
We can figure that out.
But as long as guys don't show up with their shirts off. Okay?
No, they'll probably.
Okay?
But I'm sure the white tank tops, I'm sure, would be pretty prominent.
Yeah, I assume most men aren't ripped like Patrick Swayze.
No.
Okay, but you remember that movie?
Yes.
It's a classic.
It is a classic, yeah.
It's one of those movies almost like, Scarface?
Yes.
Okay, when that movie comes on and you're switching through channels, you just watch it again. And Roadhouse, if you see it, on TNT, and there's nothing else.
It's just one of those things
you just stop and watch it.
Yeah.
And Sam Elliott was in it. Remember the big guy with the gold? He's got that deep voice and that long gray hair. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. He's a classic actor too. And you can do Sam Elliott night too. No? I'm just full of new ideas.
Yeah, I was going to say, Steve, maybe you should come and do some marketing. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a Patrick Swayze night,
and then we'll
Roadhouse
do Sam
night.
Elliott night.
Yeah.
So then I heard there's a new item on your menu coming soon. Is that true?
Oh my gosh.
Tell everyone about it.
I think this is in the works here. We're really pushing for this.
Well, it better be in the works.
So
you don't want to deal with the guy.
Apparently Steven has got a couple dogs and we really like.
We're bulldogs. Not just dogs, English bulldogs.
Sorry, English bulldogs that would like to be somewhere on this menu of Blackjack's Roadhouse. I think that we can definitely make something happen.
You're going to make it happen?
Well, I mean...
Because I don't want those boys coming up here. Their nickname's the Dogs of Law. You want them coming up here. I'm serious. Zach knows all about Winston and Roosevelt, right, Zach?
Yes, I do.
You don't want to deal with those boys, right? Your dad may be the godfather, but he doesn't want to screw around with the Dogs of Law, right?
Oh my gosh.
You going to make it happen?
Is that the dog? So who's on the truck then?
That's Winston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we got Roosevelt in the other truck, too.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to make it happen? Because I'm going home tonight. I got to report to the boys when I walk through that door at home. What's on the menu?
About what's going on.
What's on the menu?
Well, you know what? I think it could be it's a really good idea, and that's something
I think
that
it's
we could.
I don't. this place may not stand. If I come home and I'm reporting them it's not happening, there may be no black checks next week.
Dude, the puppies will have to come. You know what? They'll have to. Maybe they should come out for the
They got a
day
bigger.
and maybe check it out.
Those boys have a bigger truck than me. Trust me, okay? You don't want them coming through the front door with
Oh
their
my
truck.
gosh.
We can make it happen, right?
We'll make it happen.
Okay, good,
We'll make it happen.
Because first of all, they'll kill me, and then they'll be up here.
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
English bulldogs.
Pure breed.
Sorry, pure breed English bulldogs.
And one's Winston, like Winston Churchill. And
Yeah,
one's
no, I'm
Roosevelt,
gathering that. Yeah.
like Franklin Roosevelt, okay? The freedom. If it wasn't for them, we'd be under Nazi Germany control right now. It's true. You know your history, World War II.
Oh wow, Steve.
So obviously you keep yourself busy, and now you have all these events, and obviously, you know, now you're going to get your Class 6, which is great. And so, but what else, like outside of work, what do you do for fun, you know?
Oh, I'm a skier.
You're like downhill at Rabbit Hill over here?
Oh my gosh, you even know where Rabbit Hill is?
Yeah, I know. I grew up in Alberta.
Yeah,
It's the
Rabbit Hill, yeah.
It's one of the
No,
Olympic
I'm a
training
mountain
grounds
girl.
for, you know, the Austrians. They fly all the way from Innsbruck here and they train in Rabbit Hill, right?
Yeah, I didn't
That's-
know that,
no,
actually.
bullshit.
No, you did they actually?
That's why
No.
they win all the gold medals.
Oh,
They
yeah,
train at
for
Rabbit
sure.
Hill. If it wasn't for Rabbit Hill, Austria wouldn't survive in the ski country. What you like skiing though? Mountain skiing?
Yeah, so
Where
I
would you
ski.
ski?
I'm a mountain girl.
Where do you ski though?
Well, Banff or Jasper.
Okay.
We'll go out. So
Yeah.
I'm big with hanging out with my family. So
Yeah.
we work hard and we play hard. So
Okay.
we're always together. We'll have family suppers on Sundays. We have a cabin out at Pigeon Lake, so I
Okay,
really
that's
enjoy
nice.
that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Being with my friends and yeah, it's just.
You like traveling?
Yes, love traveling. It all depends on what's going on. Like the last
Yeah.
couple of years have been, obviously, you know, there was a change with COVID. So
Yeah.
after COVID, we kind of went from 0 to 100 overnight. Like the hospitality industry
Yeah.
just blew up,
Yeah.
which is awesome. But yeah, I enjoy traveling. Yeah.
Okay. Where was the last place you went?
Well, I went to Mexico in January.
And where did you go in Mexico?
Just to Cancun for a
Okay,
week,
you
just
didn't
to
go
get a
down
break.
Okay, you went to Cancun.
Yeah.
You didn't go to Juarez where all the you know the narcos are?
No.
No.
No, I
You
don't
know
think
where
I'd fit
Juarez
in.
is? It's right
No.
across the border from El Paso, Texas.
No,
it's the
I don't
murder
think-
capital of the world.
Oh, no, I
Okay.
probably won't go there.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank
So-
you.
And then how was Cancun?
That was nice. Yeah, it was
Yeah?
a good little break.
Okay. How long were you there for?
Just a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All inclusive?
All
or-
inclusive. Get me
Okay.
some sunshine. Yeah.
And all the drinks you could have, or you don't drink?
I'm not really a huge
No.
drinker,
All
but
you can eat?
yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
What was
Tacos.
what's the big food down there?
Yeah, tacos, chips, salsa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so Mexico was good, eh?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice little break. Yeah.
Okay. And then any plans for the coming year or so? Going anywhere?
In September, like end of September, I'm gonna go to Croatia.
that's nice.
My mom
Okay.
and I are gonna go. It'll be my first time, but my mom's doing a art. It's like an art
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
art class for a couple weeks. So I'm gonna kind of piggyback on that and go
Okay.
enjoy. And
So you're gonna go to Dubrovnik? I don't know if you.
you know what? I honestly have to look up
Okay.
where exactly we're going, but
Yeah, but Dubrovnik's a good place. Splits it's called. I think it's
Yeah.
popular. It's all the Adriatic Sea. So I've never been to Croatia, but I heard it's beautiful.
oh, yeah, I'm really looking
Yeah,
forward
you
to
should.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
really looking forward to it. But
And it'll be the low season. It'll still be warm, but it won't be crazy with tourists. Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Even
Okay.
if there was a lot of tourists, I
Yeah.
think I'd be okay if I was in
Okay.
Croatia.
And obviously, growing up here in the Nisku Leduc area,
Yeah.
are you a big shopper? Like, do you hang out at West Edmonton Mall?
No.
Why not?
I don't even remember the last time I was at West Edmonton
Really?
Mall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They've renovated. It all looks fancy now.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
I have a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I
was
think
there-
I'm one of those people that have switched to online. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Last time I was there was the motorcycle show in Edmonton. I had to go and do my West Edmonton Mall trek. Checking out the stores.
and what do you check out when you go to West
Oh, I just see the
Edmonton
new stores. Like I'm into Psycho Bunny now. That's a new gear now.
Mall? Yeah.
It's a Canadian company, but it's usually based out of the U.S. now. The owner's in Montreal. But I like to shop. It's one of my hobbies, I'll admit. Growing up with three women.
I
three
guess so.
sisters.
Yeah, my brother, that's actually kind of funny because my brother's like that too. Like my brother loves to shop, and I just can't be bothered.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't shop till you
No.
drop, eh?
No.
Okay. Okay. So obviously the Class 6, that's going to be exciting for you to take. Are you nervous at all?
No.
No?
I don't think no, I'm not so much nervous. I think it's just, when I was watching Ash when she was, when I was behind her, just learning all the signals and I kept asking her, I'm like, oh, what does that mean? Or, so I think it's just more, I'm excited to gain some knowledge on what it takes to be an actual rider.
And so when is your class going to start, the course?
I think it's 8 a.m. on June 17th.
Okay, and then that's going to take 3 days or so?
Yeah.
And then after that, you're gonna register take your road test?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when will that be? Probably July or so?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah?
Probably.
Yeah, I know.
I'll probably get it. I'll probably try and get it done right after the course, so
Yeah.
it's still fresh in my brain.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, and then obviously you mentioned COVID a little bit. I trust the hospitality business was kind of hit hard by COVID during the 2 years or so.
Oh yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, it was terrible, eh?
Yeah, it was awful.
Okay, but obviously everything's back to normal
Everything's
now,
back. Yeah,
going
there's
crazy.
nothing you can do to change
Yeah.
what happens. So you
Yeah.
just got to move forward. And
Yeah.
I mean, we adapted, moved forward, and we came back stronger than ever.
So did anything, I just find it interesting because, the legal industry changed with COVID a lot because, we do a lot of court work, like we call it questioning here in Alberta, which is like a deposition in the U.S. But nowadays we do it via Zoom. So, the parties don't have to be in the same room. Has anything changed in the restaurant business with COVID at all? Like more of takeout food or DoorDash?
I don't do any of that.
No? Why not?
No, I wasn't. A lot of people pushed me to go on to Skip
Yeah.
or DoorDash or anything like that.
And why didn't you do it?
We just. Well, number one, they take a huge percentage.
Yeah.
And number two, we just, honestly, we love what we do. We want the experience for people to come and experience blackjacks because it is an experience. I mean,
Yeah.
my dad's been a collector for many years. Like, you can always tell when someone's new that has never been in our building because
Yeah.
they're looking everywhere.
Yeah, there's
and-
all the stuff on the ceiling.
yeah, like there is so much to see
Yeah.
and look at.
Okay.
And you learn so much about what's happening just here, like with
Yeah.
events and
Okay.
all that good stuff. So we really geared it towards to try and keep that people coming
Yeah, okay.
to our
So you want
establishment,
people to
check
come
it out.
back and enjoy it, enjoy the
Yeah.
good customer service,
You
enjoy
got
the
it.
food.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I mean, we still get the guys that'll order takeout
yeah.
or
Have you seen an increase in that since COVID, or has it come down now?
I
Like
mean,
the
for
takeout?
sure there was.
Yeah.
Like, when everybody was still reopening and,
Okay.
you were limited to how many people could be here. We got
Yeah.
a lot of takeout, but now it's,
It's gone down. Eh?
Yeah.
So do you do takeout to Calgary if I want a clubhouse sandwich from here?
I don't know how well your fries will hold up, but
You won't do
your sandwich might be okay, but I don't know
You
about your
won't
fries.
do door-to-door delivery from
No,
me?
I don't think it'll
from
work.
Nisku to
Yeah,
West
we'll
Calgary?
have to wait for that bullet train to come
Okay.
on.
All right,
So.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you coming in. I know it's a Saturday, it's a long weekend, but I know your establishment. If you ever want a nice place to come for, a nice lunch or breakfast, I highly recommend Blackjack's. It's a home kind of feeling. You got great service here. It's great that you're involved in the motorcycle community and you do all these events. So, I really appreciate you taking out your time to be in on the Bulldog Brewhouse podcast. And I'll be reporting back to Winston and Roosevelt tonight that there'll be changes to your menu, correct? Going forward?
I think that'll be great, Stephen.
Okay, all right. All right.
As long as they come out and test it out.
Oh yeah, they will. Trust me, those boys love food. It's not Dad. We don't love you, Dad. We just want the food. You got a dog, right?
What's that?
You got a dog.
I got it. Yeah,
I
got a beagle.
The passion's,
Percy.
passion's food first, then love
Oh,
second,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, it was
Have
really
a great
nice.
long weekend.
Yeah,
and
you
I hope
too.
you enjoy the Triumph, and I hope some lucky lady wins this and enjoys the truck as much as we enjoyed giving it to your ride for Mom. Okay.
It'll be great.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
okay?
you bet.
Okay. Thank you. So everyone out there, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the Bulldog Brewhouse podcast. Again, if you're ever up in the Edmonton area and you're looking for a good place to grabs food and a Pepsi or a beer, stop by and say hi to Krysta here at the Blackjack Roadhouse, and I guarantee she'll provide you good food and a great customer service. And hopefully everyone enjoys the long weekend here in Alberta and the rest of Canada. And if you're out there riding your motorcycle, please ride safe, okay? I don't want to see you in my office, and just take it easy, enjoy the road, and look forward to seeing you on the road this summer on my bike too. Take care. Cheers.